What's going on, guys? It's your boy Matic here, back at it again for another video. I just want to talk about something real quick that I noticed about this gaming generation and just gaming in general. I just feel like it's in the title, but I just feel like gaming is going backwards, and I don't know if it's a good thing or if it's a bad thing, because people who grew up, like me, myself, when we grew up during the PlayStation 2 era, and then grew up in the 6th generation of console, the 7th generation of console, even 8th, like PlayStation 4 was pretty good during its lifespan. But now it's like, I don't know, like I feel like gaming is too expensive now, and like I feel like for that, like I feel like these AAA companies, like they're just highballing a lot of the, they're just highballing a lot of us, the gamers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you're gonna have to pay for this. We're gonna sell you a game that's only like that's half complete. Like we didn't even do no game testing on the game. We're gonna sell you that game, and that game is gonna cost $70. And guess what? Even the collector's edition or even like the deluxe edition is gonna cost $100. So you, the gamers, are gonna pay for it still. And even though we didn't make no additional updates on it, even though we didn't make no additional like, making sure that the game actually functions well when it first releases, well, guess what? We're still gonna charge you even though the game is broken. It's just sad, and I don't know where we're going to as far as like this gaming generation. I mean, they just announced the PlayStation 5 Pro, which is $700. Like, my goodness, like that is super expensive. It's like, why am I gonna spend $700 just to play a couple of exclusives? It just makes no sense to me. Like, who is this catering to? Like, I just don't, I don't know anymore. Like, me personally, I'm not buying that shit. And I feel like the reason why they're releasing this PlayStation 5 Pro is for like GTA 6, to make the GTA 6 like look really, really cliche, look really nice and stuff like that. So that way when the PlayStation 5 Pro is going to be marketed with GTA 6. And that means that a lot of people, they're going to be like, oh, GTA 6 is going to look best on PlayStation 5 Pro because it's obviously not coming out on PC. So people are going to be like, they're going to market, Sony is going to market GTA 6 as like, oh, buy GTA 6 on the PlayStation 5 Pro and it's going to look beautiful. It's going to look the best like out of any console, like, So, Sony is going to, they're literally going to just like market it like crazy, and before, you didn't really have to think much about AAA companies slandering you with an incomplete game or throwing you an update after an update and being like, oh, sorry, you just spent $70 for this incomplete game. Well, guess what? We're going to release the game anyways and release update patches along the lifespan of the game. If you just bought a new Call of Duty game, well, this is how we're going to get our money. Let's just sell these ugly ass skins. Let's sell these guns. Let's sell these things to the consumers because they will buy it anyways. And then you have all these random collaborations coming out with these games like Call of Duty, Gundam coming out, WWE coming out, the freaking Dragon Ball characters in Fortnite and Superman. Or you want to see Superman with a gun? Well, here it is. Buy it with these gems. It's $15. Once you buy these gems, guess what? You get the skin. And I don't know, when I'm playing video games now, it just feels like I'm gambling. You know what I'm saying? Since I feel like video games cost so expensive now. Video games cost so expensive to make now that they need to find a new way to financially recover from the money that they spent on making this one game. So they use battle passes, they use season passes, they use microtransactions, they use buy these gems to unlock these skins and all the above. And to me, it's annoying. Like, like, I understand some games are free to play titles and all this other stuff, but as far as if you're doing this for a $70 plus game, then that's just ridiculous. And people, they're losing their mind. And that's not even all. Imagine spending 80 plus or 100 plus on the deluxe edition of a title, but not everything is included. They add more DLC. Now you have to pay on top of that, which is crazy. Like, what's happening to my wallet? Like, my wallet is going on these stupid ass games. I'm really tired of it. Like, I'm just so tired of it. Like, and some people might just be like, oh, like, don't support it then, this and that. And it's like, what if I enjoy the game really well? What if I really, really enjoy the game? and I just genuinely love the series. Like, say for instance, like Mortal Kombat 1, for instance, this is a perfect example because I spent over $80 in this game for the deluxe edition, or $100. I don't remember. I spent a good amount of money on this game, right? And then all of a sudden they're releasing this new season pass or something like that. They're releasing this new thing, and it's like, I'm like, and it costs $60, $70 or something like that. Like, so it's like you're rebuying the game again just to play an update. It's like, it's silly. It's like Mortal Kombat is one of my favorite fighting game franchises, and like it's in the pit hole now. It's in the pit hole now because of microtransactions, because of DLC, because of stupid choices, putting all these stupid characters, and you know, lack of storytelling. Like, I feel like the story is not even that good anymore. And it's like, what's happening? Like, this isn't even only Mortal Kombat. This goes for a lot of other titles as well. And I don't know how I feel about it anymore. Like, you know, it's just like growing up, it's just like, this is not how I envision gaming to be. This is not how I envision the future to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, gaming is just too expensive now. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but in this age of gaming, like, you see a lot of remasters and remakes of classic titles. And why is this? Because the classic games were the best. It was the most enjoyable. And the devs themselves know that if we remake or remaster this franchise from our old library, that people will buy this game due to nostalgia. Now, I'm not saying that every game in the modern gaming uses the gamble marketing strategy. Like, for instance, if we talk about a new game that's releasing that doesn't use this feature, let's talk about Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, right? If you buy the game itself for $60, it will come with the season pass and the content that you would have gotten if you paid $80 if it was another game. Like, that's amazing. Like, the developers know what they want. They know how to satisfy the customers. They know how to satisfy the people who genuinely want to enjoy the game. I don't gotta worry about buying a damn season pass. I don't gotta worry about like anything like that, because guess what? Once I buy that game for $60, it's coming with everything. And that's how I miss gaming. When you buy the damn game and everything comes out with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because this game right here that I'm talking about, Fatal Fury, right? Like, if I want the new characters and everything like that, I don't have to worry about buying them, because guess what? It's gonna come with the game, and I just have to wait for those new characters to come out. So it's perfect. It's literally perfect. And mind you, I'm making a lot of fighting game references because it's like, I feel like it's one of the best references to make aside from free-to-play games, you know, because like, I don't know, I feel like I'm an avid fighting game player, you know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like when I play fighting games and shit like that, it's like I always think about what's the future for this fighting game, what's the future, what's gonna happen and stuff like that, you know. But other than that, back to what I was saying about Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, and this, like, I feel like developers need to learn from this strategy and be a little bit more easy on the consumers, because we are the ones who are buying and supporting your games. We are the reason for your sales. We are the reason why a sequel for a game will release. There's too many damn new games on the modern platforms that will release. It would not only tank in sales, but also it would tank in being marketable to us, the gamers. I mean, look what happened with Concord. They pulled the plug from that game like in 2 weeks. And that game was in development for 8 years. They closed down fucking Japan studios to make some stupid ass, ugly character, woke game. Like, seriously, dude. Like, I just can't. The game looked ugly. We already have enough hero shooters in the market. But now you create this damn game and sell it for a price point of $40. Think about that. Sony, PlayStation, they were selling this game for $40, a hero shooter. And mind you, every other hero shooter around you that you play, it's literally free to play. So for them to release this game and release it for $40 fucking is ridiculous. And the people who brought it are now getting refunds and everything else. It just shows how much of a failure this game was. It's just like, man, like I just don't understand what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Sony was smart, like I said, they would have known that any other hero shooter in the market are releasing free-to-plays rather than an actual fully priced game. You know, they should have saw that from the beginning, you know? And after all the hard criticism the game was facing from the first trailer and from the first beta, whatever, they still managed to release the game with a full price of $40 fucking dollars. It pisses me off because Sony has so much potential. They have so much franchises out there. Mind you, I think that the person who's like in charge of PlayStation, or in charge, you know, one of the PlayStation executives or something like that, they were saying that we don't really have that much IPs to work on. We don't really have that much IPs. And it's like, bro, like, you have so much IPs in your library. Why don't you use them? You know, it's just an excuse because they don't want to pay these they don't want to pay these developers anymore. They don't want to pay these companies. They want to do it their way. They just care about The Last of Us. They just care about like Horizon. They just care about these Hollywood type games now and all this other shit that it's just like, I mean, like, come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just so sad. I mean, and look at Ubisoft. What's happening with Ubisoft, man? I used to love Ubisoft, man. Splinter Cell, bro. Splinter Cell, Rainbow Six Vegas, Far Cry. I still love Far Cry. I don't care. I enjoy Far Cry 6. I can see where Far Cry is going to go in the future. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can see where it's going to go due to how Ubisoft is treating their IPs. And look what happened to Star Wars Outlaws. The game is underperforming. Like, as if the franchise of Star Wars hasn't already suffered enough. You got fucking Star Wars Outlaw coming out. And like I said, you know why? Just judging from the gameplay alone and the ugly graphics, like, it doesn't look like it holds up to today's standards of gaming. You know what I'm saying? The game is hella buggy. The game came out and people were already like showing videos of the game being hella buggy. And mind you, you're paying $100 for a pre-release game, and you're paying for this buggy ass mess. You're paying for it. So you're paying to get the game early, but it's an incomplete game full of bugs, and it's fucking sad. And it's like, how can you fuck up this game? Like, how can you fuck up a Star Wars game? That's my thing. How can you fuck up a Star Wars game? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, Star Wars is such a simple franchise. You could just make the game and that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have the idea, you have everything in the books right there, but no, you fuck it up, you do some dumb shit, you don't test out the game, you release it, you show this ugly character design, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know what's going on anymore. Like, even from the gameplay trailers I saw, I'm like, this game looks like ass. It just looks like nothing that Ubisoft used to make. It looks like ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't. I'm so disappointed in the gaming industry right now. Mostly from AAA, you know, companies, you know what I'm saying? EA and, you know, 2K and, you know, all these AAA companies and stuff like that. It's like, come on, man. Like, it's just sad. It's sickening. I just don't know where gaming is gonna go in the future. Like, imagine the PlayStation 6. Imagine how many exclusives are really gonna come out on the PlayStation 6. Like, if they're so aimed towards like just launching all these movie type based games, I mean, what you're gonna get? You're gonna get another fucking Spider-Man, right? Another fucking PlayStation Spider-Man. You're gonna get another Last of Us. You're probably gonna get like some, you know, Naughty Dog new title, or like, you know, some Santa Monica Studios new title in the making or whatever, like this and that. But you're never gonna get the classics like how they used to make on the PlayStation 2 or the PlayStation 3, where you had all these developers that was under Sony and they made beautiful franchises, you know. And I don't know, I just don't get it anymore. It just makes no sense. Like, how did, like, Star Wars Outlaws, bro? Like, what is this game, man? Like, bro, like, how does a game from like 11 years ago, 12, 13, 14 years ago look better than Star Wars Outlaw? We talking about Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 2, that plays, looks, and functions better than a game in 2024. That is sad. That is sad to me, bro. That is really sad to me. These AAA companies are no longer putting effort into releasing a proper game. They just care about the money and the money alone. You know, and they don't care about us, the gamers. They don't care. They don't care. Like, this. In conclusion, this is what I'm gonna say. What happened to the era where gaming was made for the gamers, and AAA companies were actually putting effort into making a great game, a complete game at best? It's like, nah, we gotta wait for the patch after the patch after this and that. Is like for it to be complete, and it's like, yo, it's so sad. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's so sad. And you know, this is why companies like Capcom are re-releasing games, like, you know, all these games from the past now, like all these games, these remasters, these remakes and all this other stuff, they re-releasing it, and they're getting money out of it, because guess what, games like Monster Hunter, games like Dragon's Dogma, they cost millions and millions of dollars to develop because of the new technology and everything. And they're like, you know what, how can we get extra money? Let's just revitalize a franchise. Let's just revisit a franchise, because Capcom has such a freaking huge library of video games. They're like, let's release these games again. You know what I'm saying? Like, props to them for doing it. But I'm just saying, like, I'm like, you know where I'm getting from, right? Like, a lot of companies are doing it. Look at Konami, for instance. Konami re-releasing Metal Gear Solid HD Collection. How many times we had that already? Like, we had that shit on the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and now it's coming out on the PlayStation 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, how many times can you re-release Metal Gear Solid? And they're coming out with a Part 2 collection, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna come out with Metal Gear Solid 4 and stuff like that. So, it's like, yeah, like, what's gonna happen now? Like what's gonna happen with PlayStation 6? What's gonna happen with the next Xbox, or whatever? Because supposedly the next Xbox is gonna go, portably. So we don't know what's gonna happen with the technology as far as the next Xbox. But I'm just sick of it. I'm just sad. I'm just so devastated. Like, I'm still collecting PlayStation 2 games. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I like it. Like, I'm still, you know, I'm still nostalgic with gaming. You know, I still love my nostalgic, you know, when it comes to gaming and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. Sooner or later, physical copies are going to go out. Because remember, the PlayStation 5 Pro is not going to have a disc drive. And you got to buy that shit separately. So yeah, they are going for a digital marketing system. You know, nobody wants to market this disc-based, you know, thing anymore. So physical copies, collect your physical copies. Do it before it's too late. But anyways, on behalf of this video, please remember to subscribe, because I forgot to say that in my video. Please remember to subscribe. Please remember to like this video. And do whatever you can to support this channel. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you guys think about today's gaming age. Like, what you guys think? And yeah, other than that, please, like I said, support me. And my name is Sam Maddock, and I'll see you guys in the next video.